why did you change your name?
Okay.
Because your name originally you got the name Jadurani Mataji from Srila Prabhupada, and now after joining Narayana Maharaj, your name is Syamarani. Some people in ISKCON think it's somehow offensive towards Srila Prabhupada. So what's your comment?
I like that question because it gives me a chance to glorify Srila Prabhupada in a very nice way and his mission in a nice way also. I have not changed my name, neither has Srila Narayan Maharaj changed my name, but rather he gave me a nickname, which is in our Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. For example, Dukhi Krishnadas is a disciple of a pure devotee named, forget his name, Hriday Chaitanya. And he instructed him to take instructions from Srila Jiva Goswami, who gave him a name, Shyamananda Prabhu, and he's one of the famous trio now, Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Traya Ki Jai. So this was the arrangement of both gurus together. Similarly, the reason that so many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples and followers have taken shelter of Srila Narayan Maharaj is because they are fully convinced that not only does Srila Narayan Maharaj fully follow and preach the same philosophy as Prabhupada came to give, representing his Guru Parampara, but he's also realized in it. So we're fully convinced that Srila Prabhupada and Srila Narayan Maharaj are together, not only by Siddhanta, but by heart. So they're able to meet each other on another level. Just like, for example, say Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami are associates in this world. So that's one level of association. And Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is the greatest Rupanuga Acharya, number one, follower of Srila Rupa Goswami. On another level, in Goloka Vrindavan, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari, the first and foremost follower of Rupa Manjari, that is Srila Rupa Goswami, who is the head of all the innumerable, unlimited maidservants of Srimati Radhika. So those who've come to Srila Gurudev, Srila Narayan Maharaj, have done so because we're fully confident that they are of their relationship as it was in this world, as it still is in this world, which we'll discuss as your questions progress, and on another level of Goloka Vrindavan, serving in the same kunja, Nikunja Jorno Ratikeli Siddhoi. And that's a whole other topic which relates to their gurus, to show that they're in the same line, not only here, but there. So on that other level, like I can't hear Prabhupada. I can sometimes imagine that I'm hearing him, or hoping that, or maybe I'm hearing him a drop, or if I'm thinking I'm hearing him, that's the same thing that he says in scriptures, then I know I must be kind of right, because I'm a conditioned soul, so my senses are imperfect. And it says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita that the conditioned soul cannot see Krishna, so Krishna manifests in a way that the conditioned soul can see him with his senses and serve him by taking the form of Guru. Similarly, when that Guru disappears, and I can no longer see him with my material eyes, or hear what he's telling me until I become pure, so I can't know for sure. Unless it's something exactly in the books, and then am I exactly understanding the books right is another question. So those of us who came to Srila Narayan Maharaj are fully confident that they two are always conversing with each other, being on the same spiritual level. So then that's confirmed by Srila Narayan Maharaj telling me, he gave me the nickname Syamarani in 1993. After I finished this painting, coincidentally, of Radha Shyam, or Shyam and Shyama. Shyama is just like Krishna is Madhava, Radharani is Madhavi. So, because I painted them, he gave me the nickname Syamarani. Dasi, not Syamarani, which means the servant of Srimati Radhika. To remind me that I'm not a servant of Krishna in Dwarka or Krishna in Vaikuntha, but a servant of Krishna in Vrindavan ultimately. In 1967, and another year at the beginning, which I forget just now, Prabhupada told me on 2 occasions, when you go back to Godhead, you will be a servant of Radharani. At that time, I was neither ready to ask a question, nor did he feel I was ready for him to pursue any further information about it. Just that much, he said. So I thought at that time, oh, well, everybody's a servant of Radharani, maybe I'm a rabbit, and I just let it go. But anyway, I learned a lot more of Prabhupada's intention from Srila Narayan Maharaj. So then I was using that nickname from 93 to 97. And then in 1997, in Srila Narayan Maharaj's second Western World Tour, we were in Oregon, and at that time he told me that Srila Prabhupada actually told him to give me that nickname. Because, just like in the beginning, that's why I prefaced the whole thing that they're conversing on a level that's beyond our sensual perception. So, just like you'll find in Prabhupada's lectures and also books, that if the conditioned soul, just coming into Krishna consciousness, or not even coming, just happens to hear or read that Krishna is a very naughty boy, and he throws pots around, and he steals the gopis' butter, and then he steals their clothes, and steals other men's wives. Oh, what a terrible debauchee. As we find academicians and atheists do write about him. So, Prabhupada explained that first, the person has to know about Krishna's godhood, his activities in Vaikuntha. That's not Krishna in his original form, but Krishna's expansions, as Vaikuntanath, as Dwarkadish, as Matharesh. And then, by appreciating his godly activities, his Aishwarya, or opulent feature, then when we hear about his Rasalila, or stealing butter, then we see that we can understand better that it's not the work of an ordinary human being, but his activities are so marvelously transcendental, and the knowledge of those pastimes is even higher than the knowledge of Krishna in his expansion of Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha. I remember when I used to paint for the BBT, Prabhupada's BBT, and I used to listen to Prabhupada's tapes. I still listen to them, but particularly when I was painting for the BBT, I would listen to them like 15 hours a day. And I remember that in one of the tapes that I heard, Prabhupada was saying that there's 3 levels of knowledge. There's below knowledge, like the atheists have, that they either think Krishna doesn't exist, or that he's an ordinary boy, and God is impersonal, and so on and so forth. Then there's knowledge, understanding that Krishna is God, and all the features of that, like he breathes in and out universes. And then there's above knowledge, which is that Krishna's coward boy and son of Yasoda.